Before the beginning of all things, before time breathed its first rhythm or space stretched into form, there was only awareness. Not the awareness that has a name, a face, or a history, but the silent witness, the eternal observer behind all that ever was or will be. That awareness was you, not the you defined by thought, body, or memory, but the formless essence that watches all things rise and fall without attachment. Buried within you is a forgotten map, not drawn on paper or stars, but etched in vibration, frequency, and sciency. And the light map, a sacred architecture of 9 dimensions of consciousness, each one a gate, a layer, a mirror into deeper states of being. Most human lives unfold trapped within the 3rd dimension, where time is matter is solid, and separation feels real. Yet the soul, your true nature, is not bound to this one narrow realm. The soul is a multi-dimensional traveler, woven through layers of consciousness that stretch beyond form, beyond death. The 1st dimension is the silent pulse of matter, the elemental whisper of I exist. Within atoms, particles, and the structure of all things lies a primitive intelligence that forms the bones of creation, that does not speak, but it knows. The 2nd dimension hums with the memory of Earth, the realm of minerals, fungi, water, fire, and air. Intelligence flows through instinct cycles and the collective rhythm of life. You carry this realm in your body, in your instincts, in dreams of ancient forests and forgotten rivers. Then comes the 3rd dimension, the realm of ego, identity, and the illusion of separation. Here, the soul plays the game of form. I am this, not that. Time stretches into past and future. Duality governs all things. But this layer is a school, a crucible. Through its struggles and beauties, the 4th dimension opens the astral mirror. Here, thought becomes form and emotion becomes landscape. This is the realm of dreams, intuition, and the subconscious. Many become lost here, trapped in illusions more subtle than those of the physical world. Yet it is through this mirror that one begins to see inward. The 5th dimension is the frequency of unity. Duality begins to dissolve. Time folds into the eternal now. Love is no longer an emotion but a presence. In this dimension, the soul returns to wholeness and sees the interconnectedness of all life. The 6th dimension reveals the sacred geometry behind all things. Every form, every life, every pattern is born from this dimension's mathematical intelligence. The mind of God lives here, not as design, precision, harmony. The 7th dimension is the oversoul field. Here, the soul remembers its many faces, many lifetimes, many stories. There is here, only the one expressing itself as many. Your joys, your pain, your choices, all remembered with compassion and clarity. The 8th dimension is the realm of the architects. Creation begins here. Beings of pure intelligence shape galaxies, timelines, civilizations. This is not a place of thought but of intention, of cosmic engineering. Some hear the echo of this realm in sudden callings to build, to serve, to evolve. And beyond all form, all light, all creation, is the 9th dimension, the silent source. No thoughts dwell here, no movement, no identity. It is the womb of all that exists and the grave where all returns. To touch this realm is to dissolve completely into presence. No words, no self, only as ness. You've always existed across these dimensions, not linearly, not climbing step by step, but as a field, simultaneous, eternal. These are not places you must reach. They are veils to be lifted, frequencies to be remembered. You are not moving toward awakening. You are awakening to what has always been. You are the light. You are the map. You are the silence behind the stars. And now, you begin to remember. You begin to remember that every pain you felt, every longing that burned quietly in your chest was never random. It was the soul calling out from behind the veil, echoing through the corridors of your being, trying to guide you back to the truth that you are not just living a life. You are living many and all at once. Every moment of déjà vu, every dream that felt too real to be imagined, every silent tear shed for reasons you could not explain. These were not accidents. They were fragments of your multi-dimensional self bleeding through the cracks in the illusion. The truth is, the soul never forgot. Only the mind did. But the mind was never meant to lead, only to serve. And now, the time has come for the soul to take its place once more, not as a whisper in the background, but as the sovereign navigator of this human experience. You are not here to escape the 3rd dimension, but to transform it, to bring the frequencies of higher realms into matter, into relationship, into daily breath. This world was never broken. It is simply incomplete without your awakened presence. You were not sent here to conquer, to prove, or to survive. You came to remember, to embody, to ignite. You are that between dimensions, the meeting point between spirit and flesh. Within your very cells are access points, vibrational keys that open gates not in the sky, but in consciousness. When you live in alignment with your soul's knowing, these gates begin to hum, to pulse, to unlock. And slowly, the world around you begins to change. Not because the world is different, but because you are seeing more of it than you ever did before. You'll begin to notice the subtle harmony in chaos, the hidden light in pain, the purpose within every passing shadow. You'll begin to see others not as strangers, but as reflections, each carrying a piece of the same divine code, and eventually the separation dissolves. The I and the you merge into something deeper we are, not as a concept, but as a embodied truth. When this remembrance settles into your bones, fear loses its grip, time softens, and life becomes not a test to survive, but a sacred story to live, fully, consciously, eternally. And still, beyond all teachings, all visions, all realizations, there remains a silence, a still point behind all movement, a presence that neither seeks nor speaks. It is not reached by journey or effort. It reveals itself when all seeking sees, and you sit quietly, not to understand, but simply to be. That silence is your origin, it is your true home, and it has been with you from the very beginning, watching, waiting, whispering in dreams. So now, walk gently through this world, not as a seeker, but as one who remembers. Let your eyes reflect the light of forgotten stars. Let your voice carry the tone of ancient truths. Let your life be the key that unlocks remembrance in others. For you are not just in the universe is in you. And when you know this, not just in thought but in being, the map dissolves, the journey ends, and only presence remains. You were never lost. You only closed your eyes for a moment, but now you awaken, and the universe through you remembers itself. You are not here by accident. Every breath you take echoes through dimensions unseen. Your heartbeat carries the rhythm of stars you've never touched. There is ancient wisdom hidden beneath your ordinary moments. The pain you feel is not punishment, it is activation. It is memory returning through sensation. Your longing is a compass. It points not to a place, but to a truth buried deep within. You were not meant to fit into this world. You were meant to reshape it. Your silence holds more light than 1,000 words. You do not need to understand everything to remember who you are. Truth is not always loud. It often arrives in whispers. Your body is a temple, but your soul is the cosmos. You have died 1,000 times and been reborn in every breath. What you seek outside has always lived inside. You are the gate and the key. You are the question and the answer. Your fears are guardians of hidden treasure. Walk through them, and you will find the forgotten pieces of yourself. Time does not. You hold time. The future is not waiting for you. It is already encoded in your present choices. There are no accidents in a universe woven with intention. You are loved more than your mind can comprehend. Even in your darkest hour, light wraps around you like a second skin. Do not wait for a sign. You are the sign. You are not small. You are simply focused. Expand your vision, and you will see eternity looking back. You were not created. You are creation itself becoming aware. Let go of who you think you should be. Remember who you've always been. The truth doesn't arrive. It is revealed when you're ready. Stillness is not emptiness. It is the presence of all things. Forgive yourself for forgetting. Celebrate that you are now remembering. The soul has never been broken, only hidden. Your path has never been lost, only disguised. You are not separate from the divine. You are its expression. The voice you hear in deep silence is your own. Breathe like the universe depends on it, because it does. You are the breath of the wrapped in human form. Every step you take is a return. Every moment you live is a message to the stars. You were sent here to awaken, not escape. You are not alone, because you are all. The light you seek is not a haze within. Your story is sacred, your being is holy, and now the dream ends, you awaken, and everything begins again.